Good morning, this is David with Kingdom Graphics, and today I am going to show you how to do a simple logo with your name on it. So let's get to it. So you can do it two ways. You can go to File, New, or you can press Control N. I like shortcuts personally. So I'm going to do a 10 by 10 by 10 inches, 300 resolution. For this one, we'll just do a 150 resolution RGB transparent right there. Then remember the rulers right here, so you press Control R right here, or you can go to View and you can find the rulers right here. So Control R to position the rulers. Alright, now we're going to do the bleeding lines, the markers, whatever you want to call it. Okay, once I have that, I'm going to create a new layer. Go right here, click a new layer. Then I'm going to lock layer 1. Go lock. Then go here. This is where I'm going to work mostly out of. So I'm going to create a circle or whatever, and so if I wanted to create a circle, I go into the elliptical marquee tool here. Then I can do a center. If I wanted to center it, I go into the markers again, and it's going to lock by itself, so it'll position itself to the center, just like so. Oh, that's the center. Now if you want to create a perfect circle without having to mess it up, because that's not a perfect circle like that, right? You want to press Shift and Alt at the same time, and you want to position the circle in the middle, and it'll create a perfect circle like this, like so. And then you go into your bucket, your paint bucket right here, and then you dump the color right there. Then you're good right there. So you got that right there, and then you're gonna create another circle, so you can create like a ring of fire. Just kidding. And then you do the same thing. You're gonna press Shift and Alt, and you're trying to find the center of it. And then you do another circle real quick, like this, like so. And then you do a layer mask. Press Shift, wrong one, press Alt, and now you have a ring. So that's how you create a circle. If you want to get rid of the markers, press M. Actually, press V, my bad. Press V for the move tool. And then you grab the markers in the center to move them out of the way, and then you just have the outer markers and you're good. So now I'm going to just write some letters like KB, for example, KB. So I usually like to do things in layers so I can manipulate it more. My bad. So I'll go again. Put B right here. So this, and now if I wanted to select both of them, or both of them, I can press Shift, press and hold Shift and click on the B, and then if I wanted to center them, I go right here to the alignment tools, which are up here, and it will align it for me. If I wanted to increase the text font, there's different ways I can do it. I can go here into the characters, and then I can press here and it'll increase the characters together in unison, or I can press Shift, press and hold Shift and Alt at the same time, and I click on one of the corners, and then I can just increase it like that. This is actually for a client, so it's gonna probably end up being for a client. So this is looking kind of good. I like it. I like it. So it's very simple. It's clean. If you wanted to add more text, you can. What I like to do is separate the name, because this is just the initials. So I'll create another layer, and then I'll drop the bucket here, and then drop the color, create another layer, and then drop the bucket, and then I'm gonna make a line, like a very thin line, and then I'm gonna do a gradient. So this is how you do it. You press and hold shift, and then you just make a very thin line here, so you can separate the name. If you want to increase your zoom in into your image so you can see the brackets here, you can use your roller if you have a roller on your mouse, and then now you can make your bar a little thinner, and like so. And then you can press space bar if you want to go to the other side, and then press and hold shift and use one of the brackets here to increase it. Then zoom out, and you basically are done. So I can press Control 0 to see what it looks like. I'm like, it's alright, I kind of like it. So this is just an example. That looks kind of cool. And on the bottom I can put whatever name I have. So I usually I kind of stay with some of the same fonts that I like. I like Nexa Bold, or like Nexa Light Regular. There's some of the fonts I really like because they're very clean. Kingdom Builders. So very simple logo. It doesn't have to be all over the place. And now this is where the fun starts. So it looks simple. For the sake of it, I'm gonna add a solid color. So I'm gonna go here to this half tone color. This is where you can create a new fill effect, and I'm gonna go create solid color. So I'm gonna create it into white, and that's how it looks with the color. So usually the reason I put a background is to see what it looks like in different colors. And what I like about this fill effect is that I can change it, and it'll tell me how it looks like with each change of color, which is really nice. But for now, we're just gonna keep it white. So very simple. If I wanted to create like a wave barrier or divider, I can do that. I can go here into create another layer, and then I can use my pen tool, which is right here. Or you can press P, and that turns your bucket into a pen tool. So I can create like a wave, so, and then kind of write it like this, look like so. So like this. And then I go into the path and I select it here so it can turn into a smart object. Then I press G for the bucket, and then I fill it. Then I go to my key tool, so I got something like that. Very simple. And then you can look at it. You can either say, okay, well, I like it, or I don't like it. See, it's simple. What I like about this is if I wanted to create a shadow, I go into I right click on layer 2 where the circle is, go into the blending options, and then I create a bevel. I can create a bevel or a texture and so forth. You don't see a lot of changes right now, but if I change the color on the overlay, do the color overlay, now I can change the color of the circle without having to mess with it, and it looks great. right? Now if I wanted to do like, instead of just doing a regular color, I can go into the styles, and I already have some styles that I've created. So I can go here and I'll change it. See, change it to the style that I want, or I just do it like that, like a rim and so forth. I kind of like that. It's kind of cool. This was nice too. Well, not really. That's ugly. That's really ugly. That's extremely ugly. Let's try another one. That's kind of alright. I don't really like that. So, but I can create my own one. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's pretty cool. I can continue to change it, or if I wanted to create my own one, I can go into the styles here and just uncheck that, and then I can just go into the effects and then show all effects, and now I can play and create my own stuff instead of having the presets that I've created. Sometimes it's faster to do the presets, but it's a little fun to create your own things from scratch. So I'll create a shadow. I click here on the shadow. You can't see the shadow because it's a multi-layer, so you change the blend mode into normal and you increase the opacity right here. You can't see it because it's not that far. Now once I increase the size and the thread, now you can see it. Now it's looking kind of cool. I can also change the color to like red, and it's like, oh, okay, I like it. I kind of like this, like the grayish color, like that. That's looking kind of good. So that's nice. That's really nice. It's, you know, KB Kingdom Builders. And then if I wanted to add a stroke, like a linear stroke, I can change it to a white stroke, and you see how it adds a linear stroke. I can increase the size so you can see it. That looks kind of cool. It's beautiful. And then I can change the fill effect also to green or whatever color I want. So it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna decrease the stroke to about maybe 3 or 5 or 4. I would say 4. 4 is good. I can do the position of the stroke here, outside, inside, or in the center, and I'll change the way it looks. That looks kind of good. Then I can change the blend mode, of course, and lower the opacity. The opacity, basically what it is, it decreases how much you want to be able to see of the design, so that's why it's called opacity. And then once you're done, I did this, I did the stroke. I can do a bevel if I wanted to do a bevel. I can change the color here, change it to white. Right now you see it's kind of like fly, it's like shiny looking, right? So there's different, you can change to emboss, engraved, outer shadow, you know, inner bevel. That's nice, that's really cool. And you can do a pillow emboss or stroke emboss. So I kind of like the inner emboss because it looks kind of shiny like this. It's really nice. And then you can increase it. So you can increase it, and now you have something going. It's really good. And then you can change the opacity here too. See the opacity as well too here, because there's 2 different colors on the highlight mode and the shadow mode right here. And then you can change the gloss contour, which you can play with it. So it changes the contour of the design. I don't know. I don't remember which one I had. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm like, which one is it? Which one is it, Lord? So this was the one. I think it was. I don't remember. It doesn't matter. No, this one was. That's very shiny. So and so forth. Yeah. So that looks really nice. I kind of like that. I can do an inner shadow as well too, inner glow and so forth, and play with the satin, right? And do more color overlay. You can change the color. Have like I personally like dark colors like gray. That's really nice. Change it to blue, whatever, you know. And once I'm done, I'm satisfied. I can even save the style, create my own style, save. And then when I want to create a new one, I can go here into the styles, and it's going to be here because I already created my own style. So that's how you create a new style. You can use it on other stuff. So I'll give you an example how you can use it. So if I wanted to use this on the KB, I can right click, go into the blending options, and go into the styles, and you see the styles there, and it's right there. So pretty cool. Some styles are not going to work, so I wouldn't recommend them. So for this, I'm just going to cancel it. So that's how you do a logo. Thank you very much. This is David with Graphix. Check it out. Peace.